Computer. Good morning. I am so excited to be here with all of you this morning. I'm hoping so many of you will watch this video and I appreciate your being on. I was just telling Nadine and Sheila how our unit is so unique. We're going to keep this video to 15 minutes because there's something about the internet and so on about 15 minutes. And so I've got my phone right in front of me to keep us on track a little bit. We're going to talk explicitly this morning about the new Mary Kay customer website. Our unit, you guys, I knew this all along, but I didn't realize it until this new free customer website came out, that we are such an influential unit. It's so exciting, meaning we know so many people. And with this new customer website system, we can reach those people through our phone, get them serviced right there on the spot, going right to our website. And I'm Glenna Soniker. I bet you know that already. This is Sheila sitting right next to me. Sheila is brand new to a Mary Kay customer website. I've had a Mary Kay customer website for years where I mostly would have people get information on, but we have the lovely Nadine Reiser from Edina on the Zoom too, and she has very uniquely and very smartly sent her people to her website all these years. So let's just recap a little bit. Back to December 17th, Mary Kay offers us now, with this new system, she offers us a free customer website. Free, yes. It was 30 before that, it was 60 before that, and then you kind of have to make that up somewhere as business women. And now that it's free, and now that it's so much easier to use, and with all of us being as influential as we are, it opens up doors for us right where we are every day and with our people. Okay, so what we want to do first thing, and we already have a dozen of us signed up for the free Mary Kay website. It's a registration for the website. And the more you've had before, Sheila, it took more for Sheila to sign up for the website than it did for Nadine because she had a website before. Of the dozen who have signed up already, everyone has been on the phone with me when they sign up. It's a great sign up. It's a good system. It's a one-time sign up forever. It's not a yearly thing. And you get signed up, and it's www.marykay.com, and I put mine down as G Soniker.
I put mine as S Longstrom.
And Reiser.
Okay. I've had a couple of people, like my sister said, I want to be Marina O, because no one knows Ossendorf. And I've had others say, I want to be Jen Lynn. And so don't hesitate to do that too. Mine was G Soniker when I started, so I just stayed with that. Okay, if you have your picture ready, and if you have your banking information ready, we're probably talking about a 10 to 15 minute registration at your Mary Kay In Touch website. So with that being said, let's just converse here and talk about what we think we should. I have the email from what I have sent out a couple weeks ago that I'll talk about some of those points, but Nadine, you want to start with how it's going?
Well, I have, as Glenna said, I have had a site since the very beginning of my business. So I'm 14 years out there with the website. Yeah. And what I have done in the past, I've always told my customers, and I posted it, and they have to keep track of it. But if they order online, they get a 10% discount. I gave everyone a 10% discount if they ordered online, a minimum of $25, of course. And if they ordered more than $50, then they got free shipping. And so I always promoted that to customers. And I have customers who only shop online. And it's kind of a nice surprise. It's not anything that I have to go begging them to order because they know that that was always available to them and they're really regular customers. So I've really appreciated that. I'm really happy that Mary Kay has said this, my shop is free. I've just told my customers, just keep on doing what you're doing. Because I have local customers, I will be taking their orders by the phone or whatever. I'm not going to run them through the system because I don't want to pay CDC or anything like that. I do not need Mary Kay to keep track of my orders because I do a paper invoice for every order. So when people say, "Oh, I don't know what they ordered," because right now the new website does not show you the previous orders that your customers had. So that's what I'm not happy about. So I'm very happy that I've kept paper orders, invoices. I've had 2 orders via the My Shop. One was like 3 days after it became active, and I don't even know. I go, "Oh my gosh!" Somebody that I don't know, somebody from sister city in St. Paul, and then one of my regular customers ordered. She lives in Arkansas. So she ordered. The first one did take a longer time to get the money through Stripe, and they say that that is normal. That if you're for the payment, Stripe wants to make sure that all the what do you call that they're vetted. I guess the payment is vetted just to make sure that it goes through all the right regulations. And the second one, I got payment the day that it was shipped out of the warehouse. So that's how I saw the money come into my bank, was the day that it was shipped. So that's good to know. And that's good to also, you can let your customer know too. If there's somebody that you know that has made an order, you can let them know that it'll be their card will be processed when that will be processed, sending to the consultant. Let's see. I did go to my shop to see how that all works, and what I saw is that it takes you immediately to the shop and it takes you immediately to inventory that they can purchase. So there's no, for your customers that are coming to the shop, there's no hesitancy about how they should find the product. Because it's just like on our In Touch page, it'll say makeup, foundation, whatever they're looking for. If they look for that category, all those products are going to show up for them easily. I have not processed any customer myself. I am trying to limit my inventory. So I'm only carrying inventory that I believe my customers that are local will purchase. I'm not going to be anything that's out of the ordinary, especially these limited editions and things like that. I am not going to be ordering those for inventory anymore. I'm going to be more frugal in my inventory choices. So I think it'll be good. I think the big thing is just to encourage your customers to use it. It's easy for them to do. They can pay in many different ways. They can use their credit card. They can use then whatever is available through Mary Kay, they can use to pay. So I am going to continue uh, looking at how I can use ProPay. I mean, ProPay has been free for us as consultants, and so I don't know when I read that people are saying their subscription to ProPay is coming to an end, and they don't know if they should renew it. Well, it seems to me we're not paying for ProPay right now. So I don't know why it should end unless I did take the money that I had in ProPay. I did transfer it to my bank so that I have monies available for customers if our local customers and my customers want me to order for them. I can do that with my bank card because my bank card is only for Mary Kay. So I have my account there is a Mary Kay account. So I don't know what else I can say. I'm scared to go to this. Oh, I did. The new person that ordered right away, I did send them a card thanking them for ordering from my site. I did send my business card. Just let them know that I'm available if they have questions regarding Mary Kay. And I'm just leaving it at that. I do have the person's address based on the shipping information. That's the only way that I know where this person lives is because Mary Kay, once it was shipped out, as consultants, you get a notice that the product is being shipped and the person's address was there. So that's how I got the person's address, but I have no other information, no phone, no mail, no email. And so I'm just counting on that person to contact me to give me more information. I'm trying to enter that person as a new customer. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that because it's not normally on the website. You say new customer and you can fill a template with all that information. I cannot do it with this person. It's not letting me. So I have to figure out how to do that or call Mary Kay to let them know, show me how to do that. And maybe they'll tell me, you don't keep track of those people. I don't know. So we'll see. That's all I got to say.
Okay, you hang in there, Nadine. Let's hear from Sheila. And I'm seeing we're already gonna go past 15 minutes and we're just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna cut anybody off. This is really good stuff. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, my name is Sheila. I'm brand new to using the Mary Kay website. Thought it was a great opportunity since it was offered for free. Glenna helped me set it up. It took a little time to figure everything out step by step, but it worked, and I did get my first order a couple weeks ago. So that was exciting. I intend to give my website to all my customers, because I know that there's a lot of people that just like to do online shopping. So that's going to be a nice option for some of those people. But also, want to just emphasize that they don't need to do an order through online. They can still contact me directly for some direct service, and I'm happy just to accommodate them that way as well. So I don't have a whole lot to say other than it's all brand new to me and just looking forward to exploring this new avenue to possibly get some more customers and just another opportunity to serve my customers in a different way.
Yay, thank you. And let's keep going with some of this. I wonder if should we role play like being at a family event? There's a lot of us who are at family events or at church. Maybe you're out with the girlfriends, and you start talking about makeup, or you bring out, my favorite is to bring out my lip gloss and and be putting my lip gloss or lipstick on, and someone says, "What's that lip gloss you use? It's a really pretty color." I don't know. Should we role play that? Does anybody want to role play that? Okay, so someone says to me, where'd you get that color? That really looks nice on you. Okay, so I say it's Mary Kay's, and I really like it because it moisturizes my lips. It gives me some color, and I just like how it feels on my lips. Well, and so I'll ask her if she wants to take we'll get her phone out, okay? And I'll say, let's go to marykay.com. Let me show you more about that. Let's go to marykay.com. /G-Soniker. Okay, that's my website. When you register, if you're not already registered, then you will set up your website. So then here comes up my website with my picture on it. You're gonna need a picture before you can go on it. And then it says shop my site. Okay, so now we're going to my site, and right there I am. You can choose on your site a discount for your customers for a period of 30 days or less, or you can choose free shipping for orders of 50, 75, or 100 or more. I chose 50 just to build them a little bit more. Okay, so then that's what comes up next. And now I can see that, okay, there's when you set your registration up, you'll choose 4 products, and those come up, and just like Nadine said, you can start shopping by site. What did I just say? Lip gloss. Okay, so I'm gonna go to search. Let's try search and go lip gloss. Lip gloss. Okay, there it comes up. Mary Kay Unlimited Lip Gloss. And it brings it right up, shows the price there at $18. And it will show the different colors. There are the different colors. There's one that's out of stock, so that has a cross through it. And it has a button here that says try it on. I'm gonna bet you can upload a picture there and actually put it on. Should we try it? Let's see what that says. Okay, it's the Mirror Me. Okay, that's gonna take us a little bit of time. That's the Mirror Me app, and that's where I can upload a picture. Okay, so now let's go back to lip gloss, because it took me out of there. And I can go and click on Iconic Red, which is the one I have on. Is that the one I have on? I mean, okay, where does it show me which one I just pulled up? Oh, there it is. So it pulls up the Iconic Red on there, and I can just click Add to Bag. So we're doing this on her phone. So now she could go check out right there and put her credit card and her expiration date and her CVC number in there, and the product is already being shipped to her house. We didn't even leave the table yet, wherever we were. Mary Kay will ship that product, all the orders from the website will get shipped right from Mary Kay to the customer. And Stripe will put the profit in your account. Okay, there's nothing more for you to do on that. Actually, there's nothing more you can do on that. That's how these orders are going to be. So now this customer, she's got the system down. And when she's, when she's putting her head on her pillow at night and it's, oh, I forgot to call Glenna again, then she can go right to her computer. I mean, I do this probably every month where I'm going to bed and I'm like, I forgot to order again. And I go to the computer and now she can get that there. But it's also, the reason Glenna started Mary Kay was to be social and to not be so isolated with her design business. That was so I'm kind of social. I want to have a conversation with these people. And I can just imagine some of them saying, oh gosh, Glenna's going to want to hear how I'm doing. And I just want to get my Mary Kay this time. So they will almost prefer to order on this at that time. But getting her phone, the process of actually ordering for her on her phone that first time, I think is something that we want to just get them used to doing.
I have a question about, is this a place where we could go, like if as a consultant, I need to order a product, because I don't have it in stock, would I go to my own website to just place an order for one or two items? Or that's not really the purpose of this website?
Okay, so that's a really good question, and that brings up a whole new dynamic where they've thought of everything. It used to be, and you still can do this, and it used to be, we're all ordering $225 or more, and you get $450 and you pay $14.95 shipping. Okay. And now let's say you do that in January. It's January 10th. You do that on January 10th. Now you are active from January, February, and March. Okay. But your Mary Kay website is active even if you're not active. So that's not a problem. But in January, February, and March, you're active and you're earning a 50% discount. When you are not active, you're earning a 30% discount. Okay, most of us stay in that 225 active status at all times. I think you can choose if you want to go to your website and order a few things off there and have them shipped to you so you can be your own customer on that. I believe the shipping is $6.50 or something like that. They choose the shipping from there. But also on your Mary Kay InTouch consultant website, they reduce the shipping when it's 1, 2, or 3 or so items. Okay. The more you can stay active, the more the commission is. But there's something about if your order is $100, but it's not $450 retail. Now on your InTouch website, you can get a 30% commission discount on your product instead of a 50%. And it's even confusing in my head, but you can order, you just have more options. So you can order on your website or order at Mary Kay, even if you want. So then there's the earn discount credit, which when you order in January, you get the 50% discount on your orders at marykayintouch.com in February and March. I personally, when I talk to you, I'm gonna stick with the 225, get 450. Everybody stays at the 50% discount. And I'm gonna work with you to get to that quarterly consistency club and stay at that 50%, but there's all kinds of options. Even for our consultants who order twice a year, so in there's gonna be 3 months of not being active, and your customers are gonna go to your website and they're gonna get a 30% discount in that time. 30% is better than nothing. And there's gonna be new customers there, which is 30%, is 30% of something is more than 30, 0% of nothing. Did I answer
Yep,
the question?
yep.
So you choose, you can do that, yep. So let's take a scenario here. You just placed your 225, get 450 wholesale, get 450 in product. Now, Kathy Barton does this, okay? She places her wholesale order that's coming to her house. Then her customers get on her website. She's got them trained to get on her website and place their orders and have them shipped to their house. They're all around the country. So I know she's got some in Dallas, she's got some in Minnesota, she's got some everywhere. And so she utilizes this. But there are some, like she has 3 daughters, and I'm pretty sure with her 3 daughters, she doesn't have them do that because they want the 50% discount. They grew up with the 50% discount. Okay. They can't go to her customer website and get that, but they can call Kathy, and Kathy can place their order under a CDS order or have their order from her Mary Kay In Touch website just shipped to them. There's some, I'm not sure where all the credit, if she uses their credit card or uses her credit card and they pay her. Venmo is a nice option to have. If you haven't played around with Venmo yet, boy, it is as simple as there's the Venmo button and here goes that, here I put in that amount and I put in the person and it's already done. That's how fast those payments are done, and they go right from one account to the other. So, and there's no charge. The money is tied up for 2 or 3 days between the things. And I'm sure that's why they don't charge, because in the scope of those businesses like Venmo, they just want that money sitting in there for 2 or 3 days. And that's how they get their income.
Yeah, I use Venmo for payments all the time. I love it. I give my customers options of writing me a check, cash, or Venmo. Those are my 3 options.
And now they can use their credit card on your,
Yes.
yep, on your,
Yep.
and so
Right.
that can be a reason
Kind of a
for
point.
those ones to,
Yeah.
to go there. Yeah. And Nadine mentioned that she's still using ProPay, and I'm still using ProPay too, because I've had an account set up there. And you can say how you want those people to pay. I know some of our team members, they don't take anything but cash or check. And that's okay too. You just say what works for you. Okay, so another scenario is you just get your order placed. Jody Larson runs into this every time. She said, Glenna, let's get my order placed so that those 2 or 3 customers who didn't get me their order yet, so they can bring in, so they can call me after we get my order placed. It's become a joke. So you just get your order placed and you have that customer who just needs something yet and you don't have it in stock. Okay, so you can just show her how to go to your Mary Kay website. She obviously likes her independence anyway. She doesn't meet your deadline that you set and you told her about, and that's okay. My dad said this to me 100 times, and I say this again and again. That's how people are. You're not going to change them. And so let's just go with what works for them. And so Jody would now send them to marykay.com, J Larson, and she would first time walk them through what she's got going on. She would still notify them because we want to be encouraging them. In fact, I have to share this with you. I know I've talked to you about my beautiful skincare customer Excel spreadsheet, which is now all these pages long, because what we track grows. Contacting your customers is more often these same people who I didn't even know they were skincare customers 6 months ago are now, I'm contacting them every 1 to 2 months. And I was so uncomfortable with that in the beginning, but they are now ordering at least twice as much. And it's just a fun way to double and triple what you have right with what's going on now. But Jody can now send her customers to her marykay.com website, and they can just play around and order. And I am willing to bet they're going to see some things on there that they hadn't seen before. And they're going to order more. Okay.
I had a question to talk about. How do we go back into our own website to make adjustments or to update it or to change whatever we were going to offer them?
Okay, that's a really good question and an easy one. If you've done it 25 times now with all of you like I have, we're going to go to marykayintouch.com right where you order your product. Okay, so we'll go to marykayintouch.com. Right next to your ordering button, there's a button called Business Tools. There's good, and it's going to say My Shop. My Shop Manager. Let me get the exact words here. And right there, then you are going to see the website manager like you saw it when you were registering. And don't hesitate to call me again and change some of those things. Okay, so now I went to marykayintouch.com. Business Tools, My Shop. Okay, and then it says Manage My Shop with Shop Manager. And right there we are again. We see it says active. That's what you want to see on yours. That means your Stripe account is active and your shop status is active. And then these are going to be those preferences there. Shop preferences, profile details, profile photos, personal photos, Stripe account if you want to change your account, or links and downloads. Okay, those are the different ones that you visited to set up your shop. So that's where you will go. My Shop Preferences is going to talk about, do you want to do free shipping and how long do you want to do that for? Product discount and how long do you want to do that for? It's going to be a max of 30 days. Do you want to send her beauty e-news? Okay. And what 4 products do you want to feature on your page? We have to show those. And then the zip codes. Okay, so Your primary zip code is going to be your zip code. Let's talk about the social media piece of this right now. This is why Mary Kay, and it's Richard Rogers who's doing this one. He's the one who comes on at seminars and says, this is what we're doing. And I've been watching this for a while and I want to do this. Okay. When you're at the social media site, so say you're on Instagram, a lot of you are on Instagram. I want someone to show me more about Instagram. I do a lot on Facebook, and now I've done some on YouTube. Okay, so you're at that site and there's a commercial about foundation or the Time Wise skincare, and she pushes shop now button. Okay, and do this when you see one of those, and you're going to then your customer too is going to put in a zip code or a city state type thing that's going to bring up where she wants to shop from. Mary Kay is going to keep us in that zip code. As shipping and so on and fraud becomes a bigger deal, Mary Kay went to us all being more in our cities and in our towns. Okay, so the primary zip code, say you put in 55319, that's mine. Then you're going to have an option to say 10 miles, 20 miles, 30 miles, 40 miles, or 50 miles. And most, I think, are going to start with 10 miles. If no one comes up, they're going to go 20 miles. Oh, I'm going to come up. So it wouldn't be a problem, 10 miles. But that primary zip code is your zip code. So then you choose where you want to do your secondary zip code. And that secondary zip code, I went to Maple Grove just to put one in, because then I'm kind of in the Twin City market anyway, and I can drop their orders off and market to them. But I'm thinking about going like to the St. Michael, Albertville, which would be closer. But my thought is, which you can do anything, like some are going where their mom lives and then they can do business there, and others are going where their daughter lives. But I just went some miles out so that when they're doing, if they do that second zip code, then I have a little bit more of a range. So when they push that zip code in, then 6 people at the most are going to come up, and they'll be able to choose which one they want, which person they want. Okay, I think a lot of people are going to just go with who comes up and who comes up first. Okay, so that's what my preferences is all about. Profile details is your picture. No, profile details is your general information little story. Okay, so have something there. A lot of people are saying, thank you for visiting my website. And I think that's wonderful. I put in there my sampler day and my friends and family shopping sessions, because that's what I'm promoting. And in there then is your Instagram, your YouTube, your Facebook, your TikTok. Okay, what language you want, and what you can change this. And then there's particularly specialties. You'll pick 6 specialties, makeovers, foundation matching, pick those. And here, these 4 buttons need to be on. Those are saying display my city, state, and zip, display my profile information with consultant connector, display join my team. Okay, so join my team, you want that one on, but maybe you don't want to teach a new team member, which I can see some of you saying, I don't want to bother teaching somebody else. I barely want to take care of myself. Okay, so you put that button on, but you don't have, if she wants to do just like you're doing, you just show her what you're doing. Okay, if she wants more than that, you say, hey, I got someone named Glenna who can really connect with her more and take the time to meet with her and so on. Okay, then that 4th button is connect me with guest customers who make a purchase. So Sheila and Nadine and myself, we've all gotten hits already on or in orders, I guess is a nicer word to say, orders on our website with people we don't know. That's what a guest customer is. She just wants to check out as a guest customer, and she doesn't want to put all her information in there. So, and you heard Nadine say, send a thank you card. That's what I would do too. Okay, the third point is profile photos. And you're gonna have to have, that's where it's gonna take you first. Everybody needs a photo. Gina in our unit, she didn't want to put her photo in there for reasons of security with what her parents are, she's young and in college, and her parents are both in what you might call high risk, that they're in law enforcement. Okay, so she doesn't want her photo in there, and she's a real nature girl, so she put a walk in the woods on there in her photo. And then you just pick one of those 4 things that are going to be the stripe across your name. It's just something cute that Mary Kay does, and cute is not a bad thing to do. Okay, this 4th one is personal photos. So that's optional, but you can put in 6 different photos. My daughter put in some of her wedding photos that she just did. Here's one I did because I just thought it was cute. It's 2 dogs, and a mom dog and a daughter dog, or an older dog and a little dog in a cartoon. And it says, if at first you don't succeed, get a snack, take a nap, and try again. It's just something I would do. And so I put that in there. I put in different things like that, but then I put a picture of me and Mary Kay in there because that's just near and dear to me. And in the little captions there, then my story is in there, how I wanted to do, why I wanted to do Mary Kay in the beginning. Okay, so we keep going. And the Stripe account, have your routing number and your account number ready. Don't be surprised if they, like Nadine had her money in her accounts and stuff in there ready to take commission checks. I did as well, but if you don't have that, expect to see some verifications, because they're being very careful about that. And I like that they're doing that. So then the 6th part of this is links and downloads. And this is probably something you want to know. What it is you can get a contact card that says, this is who I am, or you can get your my shop URL in there. So that's where you can, like I go on my computer more and do that. I get my shop URL, and then I paste it into a text or an email. And so that's what that is. So that's the setup. And I just really have expected that we would do these together, just because it's something new and it's good. So it's really good. I can see each of us having a reason to have a marykay.com website. So okay, I'm going to share this. Nadine, do you want to share anything right now? You're looking so comfortable there. Your voice is off. Your voice is off, Nadine. Put your voice back on.
There, I moved to a comfortable chair.
It looks so comfortable. It's good.
Yeah, nothing to add.
Okay. Sheila?
Guess one thing, when I was telling my daughter about my new website, she lives in Nashville, so she was pretty excited. She said, well, now I can finally refer some people to you because they comment a lot on her makeup. And she always tells them it's just that Mary Kay Foundation. That's so great. And so she was excited that she had a means for her to refer people to my website if they're interested. So I was pretty excited about that.
And thank you for sharing that. That is a really good one. That's a really good one. And I can see her then. She's again so influential, okay? She can be sitting there with a group of half a dozen people, and they can all go to Sheila's website and order right then and there. You know, it just is really good. I can see myself being at a Mary Kay party or being, you know, and they all have a tray in front of them and they have their phone in front of them and they're putting their orders together right there on their phone because they want to, they're used to this.
Yeah.
They want to do this. They want to look around. They don't just want to hear what I have to say, but they want to hear what I have to say, but they want to hear what the website says too and see what else is there. They're just so used to having so much information in front of them. Know that this is an assistant for us. No one can replace you. And you will do the customer service on these things. Sheila will get to know her daughter's friends as they order, and she'll do the customer service on those. 6 months ago, I called the company and I ran into a lovely woman named, she's our sales development person. I'll think of her name in a second. Okay, and she says, Glenna, how many skincare customers do you have? Because I'm going to give you a challenge here, and I don't want you to cry like I was going to cry. And I'm like, I could not even say. I could not even say. And she said, set up an Excel spreadsheet with your skincare customers. And I'm in tears. I'm in tears setting up. I mean, I am not new to Mary Kay, and I am in tears as she's asked me how many skincare customers I have, because I don't even know. I don't even know. I couldn't even answer her. Okay. And in the same time, she's seen my sales record. Okay. I've done the Queen's Court of Sales a dozen times. It's the high national sales court of sales. And she said, here's one way to look at the court of sales. She said, you've got 40 customers who order $1,000. And I knew what was going on in my head. It was so simple to her. It's now 6 months later, and I'm thinking, wow, who are my 40 people who will order $1,000? But 6 months ago, I'm like, $1,000? Are you kidding? That probably works for other people, but I don't have anyone ordering $1,000. And who would order $1,000 of Mary Kay? And I thought, as I knew what was going on in my head, I thought, how selfish of Glenna to think $1,000 of Mary Kay. I use $1,000 of Mary Kay in less than 6 months. Why would I keep my customers with my limited thinking away from $1,000 of Mary Kay in a year? And I knew I needed to get out of my head and get into what works for them. Fine if they don't want to order $1,000, but Glenna is keeping her customers from ordering $1,000. So this website is going to help because they don't have to ask my permission kind of to go order their extra product. Okay. So what we track and what we think about grows. Those same skincare customers, you guys, it's pages of them now. What we keep track of grows. And a big part of this skincare thing is this column right here. When was the last contact? That last contact is never more than 2 months away. So your contact, and it isn't that I'm asking for an order every time. Maybe I'm saying, hey, did you get your catalog? Or watch out for your catalog, and there's samples in there. I send samples. You've heard about my sampler day. I started tracking that because my best customers, who are gonna be these 1,000, and now I'm even thinking $2,000 a year customers. Look, you only need 20 people to order $2,000. You're on the court of sales. But this sampler tracking sheet helps me a lot because now as they've placed these 6 or 7 orders since I started tracking and giving samples, I can go back and look, okay, did I just think I sent her foundation? Did she kind of hesitate with that? What were the samplers I sent her 6 months ago? And now I have track of that. And I can also know, okay, my next one is January 22nd. Who are those people and what do I call them and say, hey, it's sampler day. This is what our lipsticks are. Okay, this is what they cost. They're on sale for this. Yep, go ahead. Okay. Yesterday or Thursday, I'm at a meeting and they just don't have anything fun to talk about. And I'm the fun girl now. So I said, hey, it's Mary Kay Sampler Day. Everybody gets 2 free lipsticks. And so then they give me their cell number. They get a catalog with the 2 free lipsticks. And now I've got their information to start a conversation with them and find out what they use of Mary Kay's. They can get their 2 free lipsticks for their sampler day, and they can get them at 20% off. Okay, so you maybe don't want to start with 40 customers going to $1,000. I don't want to put you in tears, but what if you looked at Star Consultant? Okay, think about this. Star Consultant is working your Mary Kay 2 days a week and selling that day or that hour $138 a day for 2 days a week for 13 weeks. So that's $276 a week times 13 weeks. And you're now a Star Consultant. You sold 3,600 in the quarter. And you maybe sent them all to your website. It's just fun. Beth, who is a new person in our unit, who has a website. It's the first she has a website. She said, oh my gosh, I'm going to see what I can do with this. I might even just ask them to place an order on my website to help me with Star, or to help me with just to see how an order would go in on my website. So thank you, Beth, for that idea too, to just ask them for their help. She's particularly in a helping field of a nurse. So, okay, I want to bring up one more scenario, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but Beth in our unit, my sister-in-law, Beth Sonic, she's setting up a website for the first time, and she got her first order, or she got her first contact. And we were both so excited. I was just jumping out of my boots that she was getting her first one. And she asked me to take a look at it. She was very busy at work that day. And I'm going to send a follow-up email to this Johnson person who just wants information off her website. And I look at her email and I just wanted to cry, because in her email, her name was spelled wrong. And I had to say to Beth, okay, Beth, I'll send an email and I will CC you on the email. I said, let's see where this goes, but not too many people send in, have their name spelled wrong in their email. I'm pretty sure this is fraud. And it's not even very good fraud, because that's a pretty easy one. It's a pretty easy one. So if something looks wrong, just be cautious about it. Mary Kay is going to send these orders out to the customers. So we're not going to be out of the product. Okay. Then she'll put the money in your Stripe account. And so, okay, first of all, Mary Kay can see things we can't. she can see if the order is being shipped to a different address than what the credit card is at. And she can just see things that we don't see at this time. So if they're gonna stop the order if there is a red flag in there anyway. So there's that piece of it that we have the protection. The money would have went, if the order goes through, the money will go into Beth's account, but it could be 30 days later that Mary Kay contacts her. I don't know how that's gonna go, but if you have any questions, if it looks too good to be true, where they're ordering 10 miracle sets, people don't order 10 miracle sets at a time. So there's that piece. So watch out for yourself a little bit. Don't hesitate to call me. Don't hesitate to call Mary Kay. You can do, some of you give a discount to your customers that we can't accommodate through the Mary Kay website. I'm pretty sure it's like either free shipping or a discount or something. But know that you can still do everything you do right now, but that would be a CDS order. And a customer direct ship order, you would go into my customers. Nadine, do you even want to talk about a CDS order? You do it more often than I do it, but I do it. You go into your website.
I have not done a CDS
Oh, you haven't
order
done, okay, I've done a
on the
CDS order.
new on my shop. I haven't done it. Just prior to my website, yes, I did do that, and it's quite easy to do. It was easy, so I'm anticipating using my shop. It will be just as easy.
Okay, it actually isn't my shop except for the payment piece of it. You go to my customers and you put your customer name, address, and so on in there. So you fill out a profile for her, and then it says go to CDS order. Okay, so now you're in the customer direct ship. And it's going to ask you to add products. You add those products. Okay, so when she goes to marykay.com, then she's placing the order, but this is your placing the order. Okay, so now you've added the products there. Maybe you'll add a catalog. You might add a couple samples. Some samples are free, some aren't free. So take note of that. Take advantage of everything that's free and get her then in your next sampler day. Okay, then comes up the wholesale amount. You decide if she's paying for the shipping or you're paying for the shipping. It works either way these days. And then a credit card gets entered. I've always entered my credit card and then collected the money from her that way. But maybe you can enter her credit card and even have her pay the. Nadine, say what you're saying. I've never done one where I entered her credit card.
That's okay. What I understand from my shop is that we cannot enter a person's credit card on a CDS order.
Okay.
We can only enter our own credit card if we're doing that.
Okay. And this time, because I know I'm going to do this more, this time now I never save my credit card information anywhere, but now I've saved my credit card information in there. Okay. When I send you the Build a Buzz kit orders, then that's going on this month. I'll talk more about that. Well, I don't think we should talk about that now, but the Build a Buzz kit orders, I put you in as a customer, and then I want you to get those free new products as fast as you can. So I have them shipped from Mary Kay. And so I've saved my credit card in there. You're saved in there. I'm saved in there. I just add the little mystery gifts that you're going to win, and I have them shipped right out from there. So there's that. So I think we've covered a lot of what we know at this time. Take note that the marykay.com website is going to, things are just gonna, it's a moving target. We're going to see more of this. It's just gonna be good. It's just gonna be good, and it's the way it's gonna go. And I recommend everyone to have one. I know we are on track for that, to be very, not every unit is, has all of you guys to work through. And so I'm very grateful for all of you, because you're willing to learn, you're willing to put up with the setup, and then we just go from there. Anything? Don't hesitate to call now. We have 12 of us already who are signed up. The way I've kind of seen, I have my little Excel spreadsheet. I'm just really using up, and there's another 20 of us who have talked about getting theirs done, and some of us even have them halfway done already. And so we'll just keep working at it. There's no deadline to get it done. Moving forward with new people, they're all going to have a marykay.com website. It's going to be included in their registration, and it's free anyway, even so. It's just good. So I think we'll call it a day with the website. And Nadine, don't go anywhere. I'm going to stop the recording and pause, stop recording, and we'll see you later. Talk to you soon.